Our project is now configured so that we can use Firebase authentication in our code. And I already had this running with the latest changes on the Android emulator. So our next goal is to add some code so that we can sign in anonymously. And to do that, we can go back to the sign in page. And here we can reveal the list of imports. And we can delete this one because we no longer need it. And in order to use any code from Firebase authentication, we need to import the correct package first. So at the top of the file, I'm going to type in import, and then within single quotes, I can start typing Firebase _ auth, like this. And here I can select this suggestion, like this. Next, we are going to add a new method with some code to sign in anonymously. And this method will have some new syntax that we have not encountered before. So for now, I'm just going to type in some code and I'm going to explain this later. So here I'm going to type in void _ sign in anonymously, like this. And here I can add a new keyword called async. And then I need to add the method body. So inside here I can type final auth result equals await, and then Firebase auth.instance.sign in anonymously, like this. So what this line does is to call a method to sign in anonymously using the Firebase auth API, and this method returns a value of type authResult, which is a type that is defined inside the Firebase auth package. And what we want to do is to use this authResult to print something to console. So here I'm going to type print, and then within single quotes, I'm going to have a $ and braces to use string interpolation. And here I can type authResult.user.uid, like this. And once again, here there are a couple of new keywords called async and await, and I will explain how they work shortly. But for now, let's carry on. And what we want to do is to actually call this method when we press the sign in button. So to do that, we are going to scroll all the way down to the last button, and over here we can replace this empty callback with the method that we just created, and we can just add sign in anonymously, like this. And once again, if it's not entirely clear why I can make this substitution, don't worry, I will explain this as well. Okay, so what I want to do now is to hot reload the app, and I can also open the console over here. And now I can try to press the sign in button and see what happens. And what we see is that we get an error on the console. And if we scroll up to the top, we can see that here we received a platform exception. So what does this mean? Well, let's head over to the Firebase console, and on the left menu, we can select the authentication page and open the signing method tab over here. And this is a page that lists all the different providers that we can use to sign in with Firebase. And as we can see, they are all disabled. So if we scroll down, we can see the anonymous signing option, and we can select this and enable it. And after we save, we can head back to Android Studio, and now we can clear the console log. And if we press on the button to sign in again, then this time we get a different result. And this string is printed over here, and this represents the user ID that we are printing over here. Okay, so this confirms that we can now use Firebase to sign in anonymously. And this means that we have succeeded in getting Firebase authentication to work with our Flutter app. And now that all the setup steps are complete, we can focus again on the code that we have added for signing anonymously, so that I can explain this code a bit more in detail. So let's continue on the next video.